So we are reacting to fresh and fit. Your body, your responsibility. All right. So hold on.
That is a false as well. Women make less money than men because men work more hours. They tend to work more dangerous
Because women
jobs.
get pregnant?
Yeah, because
Okay.
women
Yeah, that's a good point right there.
That is a what? A choice?
And
That's a choice.
no.
what do you mean it's a choice? That's
It's a close
50-50.
choice.
She's so triggered by it already. So, oh my God, look at her eyes, bruh.
It's a coach.
Excuse me, what?
Between
Takes
the
two.
man and
It
the
takes two to
woman.
create a freaking baby. Are you
Choice. Hold on.
joking?
Let me finish my point. Number one, it is not a choice because men have zero say in anyone that gets born in the United States. If I was
But they do have a say in creating the baby. So
Yeah, they
No,
can
no,
wrap
hold
it
on,
up. They
hold on.
can wrap it up.
No.
I'm confuzzled.
You're confused because like
Confuzzled.
okay, women have 100% of
All right.
authority over who gets born and who gets aborted in the United States. Men have zero reproductive rights. Your body, your choice, which means your body, your responsibility. So
But they're gonna say like, okay, my body, my choice, but that's not my responsibility.
I'm gonna tell you this right now too, because if I was to impregnate you and I wanted the kid, and you said I'm not having a kid, you can abort the kid, but it doesn't work the other way around. So you're responsible, okay?
It's kind of like she's triggered already. You can see her eyes.
So
You're
pregnancy
both
is
responsible.
no. The woman is the
Um, it's very complicated to say yes to this. Yes to like fresh. Sorry, his feet, right, Myron.
responsible.
What are you saying?
But a lot of the time like women decides like women has the choice like I mean for majority of the time women can make the choice, so it should be their responsibility, but sometimes they are like really collaborative with each other, they understand each other, they have a really uh, like consensual relationship. Oh, this is what we want, so yeah, both are responsible sometimes, but most of the time women prefer that my body, my choice, I'm gonna get abortion. So yeah, like if you're somebody who supports abortion, that means you are taking the responsibility for that child. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this child, so that means you are responsible for that, and in any circumstances in the future, you are the one who is responsible. But if you're somebody who is not pro-choice, you are like, okay, I do not believe in this stuff, that means you both are responsible. Okay, you both are responsible, who gets born, who is not. So yeah, there is that to keep in mind. It's like if you are believing in pro-choice, okay, and I'm not blaming that, okay, like you can have pro-choice, it's United States, and you are gonna be responsible for your own actions. Like if you get rid of a baby, God will take care of that situations, like okay, yeah, why you got rid of this child, there will be a lot of things that you'll be asked during the day of judgment. So yeah.
How are you not
Men
responsible
can
for
get
creating
women
a-
pregnant every
like-
single time that they have sex and ejaculate. Women can only get pregnant like 2-3 days of the month. So it's
I think it's 5 or 6 days, okay, but let's agree with her for a second.
really, I
They're triggered already, so yeah.
feel up to the
Ladies,
man to make
ladies,
sure
ladies.
that they don't have a baby.
Remember how
And
The thing is very clear over here. If you are a pro-choice, that means you are responsible, okay, because you are the one making decisions, not the man, okay. But if you are not a pro-choice, you are like, okay, you are having an intimate relationship with somebody and you get pregnant, that, and you are not a pro-choice, then you both are responsible for that baby to be born, okay.
we said only
But
10% of men are having sex with all the women? Whose choice is it to fuck the guy?
That's very strong
Okay,
word.
thank you. The point is
I don't
this:
even know what he said.
you guys, who
but it's
chooses?
still a man's responsibility to wrap it up and make sure he
She is already triggered, okay, like
doesn't
No, it is
impregnate.
not.
That's not what he
Yes,
wants.
it is.
No, it is
Yes,
not.
it is.
It
Yes, it
is
is.
you
How is
guys.
it not his responsibility?
can you-
If you don't want a kid, of course it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
She is not getting the point. The point that he made earlier, that if you're a pro-choice, that means you are a responsible person. Like, okay, you are making the decisions, you are making everything that is going to like support you on a long run. If you are taking the decisions like, okay, I'm gonna do this regardless of what you say, that means you are responsible for your own actions. I don't understand what point they're trying to make over here.
Stop cutting me off. Radio. Because again, like I'm telling you guys, you choose who you have sex with.
Yeah.
Pro-choice, pro-body, which means
So do men.
pro-responsibility. No.
You see, like a lot of people will miss out the point over here that, okay, pro-choice, like if you are a pro-choice, if you're not a pro-choice, that means you have a different kind of responsibility. You are not solely responsible for the baby to be born. So yeah, and a lot of people who are like who are really hot, they will try to like have an intimate relationship with a lot of people, and then they will get abortion all the time. But when a rich guy hits you, you are gonna like steal his protection and stuff like that, and then you are gonna get pregnant, and you make your own decision. That means you are responsible for your own actions, and a lot of people will not do it. Like, oh, I'm not responsible, that guy is responsible. So I think here we are being hypocrite. Okay, like if you are a pro-choice, you have to take the responsibility, because you are already taking the responsibility to get abortion. So that's your responsibility whether or not the child is born. But if you are not a pro-choice, that means both are responsible. Okay, both are responsible in that relationship whether or not a child is born.
Women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can. So if you let a man have sex with you and inseminate inside you, you are responsible for what happens after that, because that man has no say once there's conception. Period. So that's like me telling you, okay, listen, I have $1 million. Okay, I'm gonna spend it how I want, but then you're responsible for me being broke in a couple years. I have no say. You have no say in how I spend the money, correct? So therefore, you cannot have authority.
They're already triggered. Like, okay, I have zero responsibility for what I do, but I'm gonna get the advantage of doing no work. But still, I want the same exact benefits as somebody else who is doing the work. So like, it's kind of ridiculous. Sometimes I dislike it.
Without responsibility. The problem is that you want all the authority with zero responsibility.
Look at her eyes. She's already crying, okay? Her eyes are turning red already.
Okay? More of this feminist propaganda. Another thing, going back to the wage gap, does not exist. Men work more hours, women take more time off, men work more dangerous jobs, and men work in the fields like STEM that are
even in the construction worker, like they get a lot, like they're paid more than the average job. A lot of women likes to work in a restaurant, okay, and that's fine. It's their own choice. And in the restaurant, especially in Canada, you are getting minimum wage most of the time. Sometimes you are getting like $1 or $2 more than the minimum wage, or maybe $3. But mostly, I have seen a lot of construction worker who are getting paid more than $20 per hour. So I don't think that there is a gender pay gap, but what I will say is that it's their choice, and if you have a choice, you are responsible for your own choice. It's not gonna be like, okay, you have the fixed amount of like salary for certain kinds of jobs. So if you are choosing the job which is paying you less, then you are the one making that choice. So you are the one who is making choice of getting paid less for 1 hour of work. So yeah, you are the one to be responsible for that action. I'm not saying like you are blamed for that, but you are responsible, and when you are responsible, you are doing your own thing. So why you blame others for paying you less? Like, okay, you are just asking for like a CEO and a restaurant worker to be paid the same, and this is ridiculous. I don't agree with that. If you are a CEO, if you're a female, like if all the CEO are female, then it's their own thing, and they will be paid more than the normal people. And I don't have any problem with that. If 96% CEOs are female, I don't have any problem. You, if you are a competent person to have that job, you're good to go for that, and I don't see any problem with that.
Earn more money. Women work in fields that are female dominated tend to pay less.
Why are they male dominated?
Why are they male dominated? It's their own choice, and if you are a construction worker, if you are that over there you will have to use your physical strength, and sometimes you are gonna get paid more for that, and there are female construction worker too, and they are also getting paid more than a restaurant female workers. So yeah, you will see a lot of restaurants, especially Tim Hortons and Starbucks, they have more. I mean, what I have seen so far in British Columbia. Okay, I have gone to many restaurants, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and a lot of other coffee shop, restaurant. They have more female workers than male workers. Okay, and I don't have any problem with that. It's their own choice, and female are making that choice, and they're getting paid less. And if they decide to go to construction area, that's their own thing. Like I don't have any problem with that.
Because
By choice.
by choice.
By choice, yeah, that's a great point right there.
60% of college attendees right now are women. So women 100% pick where they want to go to school and what they want to do for work. It just so happens that women tend to pick careers that pay less money and they want to work less hours. Also,
And also, there's those jobs are less dangerous. A lot of the jobs that men are doing are dangerous. It can cost their lives sometimes. So yeah, you have to be like, if you're risking your lives, then you should be paid more, right? If you are a female, I'm not blaming anybody. Okay, you have your own choice. You make your own choice. Why do you blame man for that? Like, I don't understand that.
Who decides how much they make? A freaking man.
A freaking man? What? If you're a female and you go to construction industry, then you are gonna get paid more. Who decides? What the hell are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here.
no, because
Yes.
they're choosing these careers.
Yes, they're paying us less. What the hell?
They choose the careers that pay less.
I mean,
So they're saying that, okay, a CEO and a Tim Hortons worker should be paid like Tim Hortons worker, like who is working in the coffee shop, literally, they should be paid the same. Is that what this person is saying? This is ridiculous. Like, what are you trying to say? If I'm risking my life, I should be paid more. And if you are a female, you are risking your life, you should be paid more than the people who are working for certain kinds of job that are not that riskier, like construction work. So yeah,
And I feel like it's
And
also
it's
we
not,
get.
I feel like, let me finish.
It's not feel like.
It's not,
I feel like
it's
March.
facts.
Okay, let me
Men
just-
choose jobs that are more dangerous, that pay more, and they work more hours, and they're less likely to take time off. And like you said, pregnancy, which is true.
Yeah, it's I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, if you are taking time off when you are pregnant and you have the child, you want to spend some time with them, that's a great choice. I don't like dislike that. Like, it's your choice, and also you want to have a relationship, good relationship with your children, so you are spending the time with them, and I think money cannot buy that stuff. And what they're preaching here is that, oh, that they're paying us less, so they hate us. No, you are trying to have a good time with your children, so that's why you take the time off, and that's a great choice. I do not dislike that, but what she is saying is that that's bad decisions, something like that. Like, oh, you have chosen to have good time, that's a problem.
It does contribute to them making less money, but pregnancy is a choice. As a matter of fact, it's a 100% female choice. So
Depends on which state
you
you're
cannot.
But-
You could almost every state in the
in, or
United
what
States.
religion you're from,
Again,
or what
almost-
kind of stigma you're
again,
gonna go
absolving
through.
yourself responsibility.
Pregnancy.
Almost
I thought
every
it was
state.
They're not even taking any responsibility. That's like, you have to take accountability for what you are saying. No, I have said what I wanted to say, but I'm not responsible for what I've said. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm
yeah,
just
you
saying,
are.
This is like next level, bruh.
Like, there's nuances here.
No, I ain't gonna kick her out.
Now I do not hate women for that, okay? Like you can say whatever you want and that's fine. But the thing that you are blaming men for your actions, like oh, women choice to work in a restaurant, what? What are you trying to say? Like men are responsible for women working in the restaurant? Like what are you trying to say? Like it's ridiculous.
You need to hear this. No, listen. The point is this: almost every state in the United States has pro-abortion laws. If your state doesn't have it, you can easily drive over the border and get an abortion done. Okay?
No, it's not.
You will see they will make a ridiculous point right over here, I'm sure.
Easily. Are you kidding me? Women die all the time from over the border abortions. Like, what are you? What? What are you?
What?
We live in a
Saying.
first world country.
Yes, and you just
Like,
said over the border.
Abortions are no over the border like another state, not Mexico.
I'm
Another
sorry.
State.
You're acting as if like these women have the ability to just.
Right now she's gonna make another point, like she is right, okay? No matter what, she is right. She is right, okay? She has no responsibility, she has no accountability, she is right, okay? What I have said, no, I'm not responsible for that. I just wanted to say that. I feel like I'm saying it. So yeah, she said that. No, I'm not responsible right now. What? She was making a point regarding crossing border like Mexico or Canada. And then she's now doubling down on the crossing states, like going to another states from your states that you are residing.
Just like pick up and go and get a freaking abort. Like, are you like what?
Okay.
Like, women still
Hold
have
on.
to work. Women still have to like
Okay.
figure it
She's triggered, so yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah,
thing
they
right
also
now.
have
Ability to
money.
choose who they have sex with and who they let inseminate them, correct?
not who they let. I'm sorry. I can't let you. Like, you're gonna do it. I'm not in charge.
What? So you are just like if you are not responsible for who is having intimate relationship with you, then that will be rape. Like if you are not saying like, oh, you cannot have intimate relationship with me, and if I try to have that intimate relationship with you, that means I'm in, like I'm going to be in jail. But what she's trying to say here is ridiculous, bruh.
Charge of your
Exactly.
body.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it whether
What
I
if
know or
someone
not.
what if someone does it? They don't even ask. They just
Like-
do it.
Yeah, I've been in that situation.
That
Actually,
has
I'll
happened
touch
to me
on that.
personally.
But hold
Where
on,
you're like,
listen.
yo, put a condom on, and then they don't put a condom on. You're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Listen. You cannot have pro-choice and all the authority and then try to mitigate responsibility.
Yeah, like you are the one who is choosing that guy, and you are not responsible. Oh, it's always the guy's fault, and that's what just makes me feel frustrated.
We don't have
Like what, we don't have responsibility. The man is just raping us. Like what are you saying? You don't even make sense.
all the freaking authority.
Yes,
What
you
are
do.
you saying?
Yes, you do. It's your body. Can I tell you
But
to
you're
have
the
a
one
kid?
that started it.
You are the one who started it. If I'm the one who is starting it, that means I'm raping you. And if I'm raping you, I'm gonna be in jail. What are you trying to say?
Oh, and you're the one that chose to have sex with him. It always goes back to the woman. You can't like.
They're laughing. You see, like they don't even make sense. So yeah,
Like you not
This
like.
is mind blowing.
No, it's not mind blowing.
Oh my god, what time is it?
It's fact.
so yeah, like she knows that she has said something BS, and she knows that she is taking no responsibility or accountability for what she's saying. So yeah, she's just trying to escape the conversation. Like, oh, what time is it?
Alright, so what? Like, do you
It
not?
takes two. You're acting as if I can.
It takes two if you are not a pro-choice. Okay, it takes two if you're not a pro-choice. But if you're a pro-choice, that means it's one.
And something myself.
pause.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
How can I be responsible over something?
Because you're the one that did it.
You're the one who did it, and you are the one who, like, no, I didn't let you have intimate relationship with me. You're the one raping me. So what are you trying to say? Like, man, just try to make some kind of sense. Like, Oh my god, like they don't even understand the plain English, bro. Like I'm not a native English speaker, even I understand what they're trying to say, like, but you don't even understand. And look at her, she's triggered.
Hold on. But do I have any power or control once semen is inside you?
No.
What? Okay, but how did the semen get in there?
Because you have decided to have intimate relationship with me.
How did it get in there?
Exactly. Because how did the semen? Hold on, let me finish. How did the semen get in there?
Yeah.
The semen got in there because you allowed me to do that, correct?
But no, I didn't allow you to do that. If you are not allowing somebody to do that, that means that person is graping you.
Wow.
Alright, so what?
There's
Alright,
accidents that
ladies.
happen all the time. Like
Ladies.
there's two people that
That's
are
an accident.
responsible.
Pause, ladies. What Mario is saying is you actually laid on the bed, you brought the man to the bedroom because said no, you allowed him to enter the bedroom,
So if you are allowing somebody to get into your bedroom, if you are allowing them to have intimate relationship, if you are allowing them to have um, intimate relationship, then you are the one who is responsible for that.
allowed you put on your pants, you have
You
the
took them
choice
off.
whether or not to say yes or no.
Wow, they make a good argument right there without making any sense. My man. All right. Um,
All right, it's not the man. If grape is one thing, right? But you allowed the man to enter your pants, and all of a sudden, what happens after that is your choice. All right.
But he also allowed himself to come back to the house. He also allowed himself to take his pants off.
okay, let's say I do that. Okay, let's say that person is doing it. Okay, but still the final decision, who makes the final decision? She makes the final decisions. So she's the one to she's the one who is responsible. If you are a pro-choice, okay, there is I have to give disclaimer every time I say that. So yeah, if you are a pro-choice, that means you are the one responsible for that,
And he also allowed himself
because men are not pro-choice.
to finish inside that girl.
But
Why are we not getting
listen, but the responsibility is this: if you don't want to deal with this man, you chose to have sex with this
that? If
man.
he didn't want to deal with
Listen,
a baby in the
don't come
future, then he should have wrapped it.
You know what?
Exactly.
You know,
Hold on, no,
let's-
no.
Or pulled out. Yeah.
Okay.
Or pulled out.
Ladies,
Really
again,
easy.
Or ask if you're ovulating.
the point is, again, like, it's crazy to me how you want all the benefits that come.
I think they didn't understand like what point he was trying to make. Like if you're a pro-choice, it's not like if you're not a pro-choice and then, hey, I'm not a pro-choice, I'm not gonna get abortion or anything like that. That means you both are responsible for who is getting burned and who is not. So you have to have a clear distinction between that. Okay, like pro-choice, not a pro-choice. Not a pro-choice means both are responsible. A pro-choice means you are the one who is responsible because you are the pro-choice. Okay.
Come from pro-choice and everything, but you don't want to. You want to absolve yourself of the responsibility.
Yeah, and
I mean,
I
you wanna-
think it's very important to understand each other's
Absolve
argument.
yourself from the responsibility of having a child, as if the child's only going to be like an egg without sperm. Like,
Yeah.
Can I ask one
Something.
question? Can a man have an abortion?
no.
You could definitely.
They're not even getting the argument, bruh. Like what? That's why I find it ridiculous sometimes. Like, what point are you trying to make over
Okay,
here?
definitely no.
Now, I do not hate women. Like, if you are a pro-choice, you have to take responsibility and accountability for what you are doing. But no, you are making the decisions. Everything is your choice. But at the end of the day, you are gonna blame man for that patriarchy. That's something that is unacceptable. Like, why? If you are making the choice, if you are not going to vote in the next election, then you are the one who is not voting. but you are blaming, oh, it's patriarchy. Yeah, I couldn't vote because of patriarchy. Like, you're blaming someone else for your own actions. You're the one who is not making money, then you're blaming other people for your own actions. Like, oh, I'm making this decision, I'm the one who is going to the mall. No, like, did somebody just blackmail you to go to the mall? No, I went to the mall, but you are responsible for that. What? People are ridiculous right now. They are not even taking any accountability. A lot of the people, and there are a lot of weak men, especially, they'll say, oh, you're the one make me to go to the mall. But aren't you responsible at all? Like, you work there. I didn't force you. I didn't like abduct you.
No,
Can I make,
physically,
can,
I don't know.
can I make have an abortion?
You could definitely influence. Yeah,
Can
for
I
sure.
make
Influence and taking the decision for you is not the same thing, okay? Because if you're a pro-choice, that means I do not take any decisions for you. All right.
Because if a man,
Hold on, okay.
if a man
Can I
is
have-
like, yo, I don't want this baby,
It's a
you're
yes or no.
something.
Why she's cutting off him? I
Can I
don't
say so?
understand. That's why I sometimes like, oh yeah, I wanted to talk to a feminist. I think she is literally a feminist who is like, okay, I'm the one, like, even if I don't able, like, even if I'm not able to fight back, I'm gonna do it because I believe in 50-50. So I like that kind of attitude, okay? Like, if you believe in 50-50, that means you are responsible for your actions. You are responsible for things that are going to happen to your life, and you should be the one to stand up for it. But no, I believe in 50-50, but men are responsible for that.
Can I?
It's not a yes or no. It's a
Can I-
very.
It's not a yes or no. What the hell are you talking about? If you don't even understand the question, then ask the question. Like, okay, what is your question again? Can I okay, did I understand it correctly? Then you rephrase that question and then you ask them, okay, this is what it means. All right, okay, then you can give a yes or no answer. But now you are a pro-choice, but you are not responsible for your actions. This is
Okay,
ridiculous,
so
bro.
which choice is it
Area.
ultimately at the end of the day? Please tell me. Your choice, right?
I mean,
Both of them, because
listen,
you
No, no.
literally,
yeah.
This is listen, man, I do not hate any of this women. Okay, they are thinking in a way that is like, okay, you can have the same benefits without having the same responsibility. So they are coming from that point, and I cannot blame them for that because they are taught to do so. So we have to blame the system for it, and I don't think that they have understood that. Like, from a like neutral perspective, you will see that, okay, this is unfair for men. Okay, if you are a pro-choice and you are blaming men for everything you are doing, then it will make no sense at all, and this will be deemed as unfair.
Wait, no. I just asked you, can I make you do something with your body? You just said no. So which choice is it at the end of the day?
okay, can
No,
I make
like,
you not
can
come
be
inside me? No.
influenced.
So therefore,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ultimately, whose choice is it?
Both of you.
Yeah, I do.
If somebody decides to like have like to put semen inside you, that means they're forcing you, right? If you are not making the choice, that means you can go to the police station and you can complain about it. Oh, if you are a pro-choice and you make the choice, like, who is able to have that kind of relationship with you?
If you don't want a kid, how are you going to sit there and tell me?
Let her
You
talk.
just said no.
No, it's just like,
What?
no,
They're making no sense at all right now. It could be due to their upbringing.
it's just crazy because, like, you want the authority, you
You
want the
keep saying
pro-choice.
this, but you're also removing yourself completely from the.
Listen, if you're not a pro-choice, that means I'm not gonna remove myself from the responsibility. That means half. Okay, we are both responsible for that. But if you're a pro-choice, that means I'm not responsible, or men are not responsible for that.
Responsibility of having a kid.
Because here's the The thing, if you want pro-choice, I'm not saying it's right, but what I am saying is that the man has pro-wallet choice as well. You choose to have the kid, and he doesn't want to support you financially. That's your choice. It should. But here's the thing: we have conventions and we have things set up.
All right, I think you guys got the argument, like what they're trying to say over here. So I don't want to like double down on what I've said so far, but yeah, you guys